Hey, hi everyone. I hope all of you are doing well and a very warm welcome to our today's masterclass. So, in today's masterclass, we will be discussing, and the topic is quite interesting because I'm sure that the ones who have joined this masterclass must be very fond of Domino's and would be interested to learn a little bit about the Domino's history and would be curious to know that how Domino's has been into existence for about 60 years. So for this masterclass, we have a very special guest with us, Arnav Kundu, and Arnav is has about a decade of experience working in the data science and analytics domain. And Arnav will be taking ahead this masterclass today, and he will be giving you all of the insights related to the Domino's and its data-driven growth journey. So, like the topic suggests that, it is data-driven growth and the history of Domino's, how it has been able to stay intact for about 60 years. So what I'm trying to say is that Domino's has been there in existence and it has been disrupting the market even before the boom of Swiggy and Zomato, the delivery apps such as Swiggy and Zomato. So Domino's has been intact with its 30 minutes or free delivery system even before we had so much of data to work upon. So we will see how Domino's has been able to take data-driven decisions and has been able to set shops at just the accurate places to ensure this 30 minutes delivery and has been in existence for about 60 years. So yeah, Arnav would be able to give you much more insights on this topic. Over to you, Arnav.
Well, thanks, Rashmi. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the class. I see around how many? More than around 16 folks. I think many will join. So I think just a brief introduction. I think Rashmi has summed up well. So I'm working as a manager in analytics and very fond of the master classes that happens over the weekends. It gives me a great opportunity to talk with all of you guys, share my experiences, share my learnings. So if I give a brief background about me, I've been in the field of data science almost like a decade, like 1 year less than a decade. But few years back, I was in the same shoes as you guys are thinking about transition. I did my bachelor's and master's from IIT Kharagpur in mechanical engineering. Loved mechanical engineering, but I loved maths more. I loved analytics more. That time it was not even the boom of data science and all, but working with the data and all were like really something which fascinated me. I wanted to kind of start this journey that time, and here I am still with the data science field for the past 9-10 years. But will be more than happy to share my experiences, masterclass and all. Masterclass and all is a place where I can share the experiences, where I can share what I've learned, what are some of the ways of a strategic learning, as well as what I will share today. So more than the Domino's pizza concept, it will be more about the learnings from there and how data science can build that entire course of strategical learning. So with that, welcome everyone. And of course, so I think not to forget, every masterclass has a quiz element at the end, right? So please wait for that. I think in YouTube, they keep on saying, right, please wait, watch the YouTube video till the end. So hold on, there will be a very, what do you say, a very easy, but a very interactive quiz session at the end, and some surprises from Rashmi for the top 3 winners. So Rashmi, I can say that, right? Top surprises from Rashmi.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll be giving out vouchers to the top 3 winners of the quiz. And
Yes.
along with that, we also have some exciting surprise at the end of this masterclass. So
Awesome.
all of you stay till the end.
Awesome. Thank you, Rashmi. So
Sure.
just 1 minute. I'll just put it on the slideshow. Just give me 2 minutes. just give me a heads up if you can see the screen. Guys, hello. Is everyone there? Nobody is answering anything. Guys, you can talk to me on the chat itself. I know you can speak, but you can talk to me on the chat. Good. So I would love to have this interactive session. Take care so that I can talk to you guys. I can answer some of the questions that you have, so on and so forth, right? Great. So something about AlmaBetter. I think Rashmi, if you're there, you can take this up about AlmaBetter, right? And then I can speak about.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Arnav. So, as you all know, that AlmaBetter is a student-centric or a learner-centric organization, and we are very true to our values that we have to be really, what to say, fair to our students. We have to be really transparent in their learning journey, and we have to give them the job-oriented learning so that they can achieve the relevant outcomes that they are looking forward to. Because traditional education has not made students very job ready, so that is the gap that we are trying to fill through our establishment, so that we can bring in values in the lives of the students and make them job ready and career ready. That's all.
Thank you, Rashmi. So yes, and as Rashmi was mentioning about career ready, and that is where we from the industries over the weekends are career coaches. So we talk to all of you guys that what have you learned on the weekday, on the weekends. We really talk to you. We understand where are the gaps and all. How can those gaps be taken care of with our experiences that we have with the industry, right? So with that, this is me. Right. So again, I've already spoken about myself. But then what exactly is a data-driven growth, right? Now, traditional ways of growth, right? If you have seen in the earlier times before all this data-driven and all those things were there, we were pretty much talking about just growths, right? We used to talk about, okay, I am growing in this field. I am growing with more and more customers coming in, right? Now, let me ask you one question. Is more customers or increase in customers signifies that you are growing? Just a very, very uber level question, right? Does increase of customers or having more and more customers signify that you are growing? Guys, answer. Not really, right? Because these customers, Pranjal, again, yes to the modern definition, but think about it, these customers are just one-time customers, let's say, right? Who came because of a coupon that you gave, which was 75% off. Are you actually growing? Think about it. I gave a very Uber level this thing, right? These more and more customers, they are coming for sure. But these are like one-time customers who you gave a 75% off, right? And that doesn't necessarily signify growing, right? So henceforth, it becomes imperative that it should be a data-driven growth, so that you look at this data that are these customers one-time customers? Are these customers only coming for the 75% off? Are these customer repetitive customers, or are they coming back again and again? Once you do that entire data-driven analysis, right? That is when you call that, yes, my organization is growing. Make sense? Like, at least everyone got a sense of what exactly, again, you would have heard about this a lot, but just to keep the context clear for all of us, right? This is what I mean by data-driven growth, right? Now, obviously, in a data-driven growth, the data is the most important thing. Now, when you do the data, right? Let me ask you, everyone has watched the Sony, this thing, the Sony TV show. Sneha, yes, yes. So that is not just checking the existing customer growth, but also a lot of other factors. We'll talk about it, Sneha. We'll talk about it. Okay. So everyone has seen this CID, right? Sony TV. You know. Now, in that CID, what used to happen? If there is a crime that used to happen, it used to go to the forensic expert. It used to go to the forensic expert, right? They used to analyze on this. They used to report it. Yes or no? When they report it, then there were pretty much actions that were taken. Now, this thing was always a repetitive action, repetitive nature, that you report something, action taken, then they end up in a dead end. Again, they go for asking a report, again action taken, doing this, and finally at the end of the TV show, we used to get the value. Guys, just think from even a simple TV show which is CID, you actually see the data-driven growth or data-driven analysis of any piece of the puzzle that you have. Make sense? Right? So that is where, so now if I try to relate this to your data-driven growth, crime is nothing but your data. Crime is nothing but your data. Forensic analysis is nothing but your analysis, right? Report is nothing but the reporting structure. Action, value. So guys, even a small TV show that we used to see when we were kids literally shows the data-driven way of, or data-driven strategic way of solving a particular use case, right? So again, I'm literally not going through reading all of these, whatever context is given. You guys can more than, like, my main intention is to give you guys more and more ideas of how you can relate something in your real life with what you're doing in the field of data science. That's it. Cool. Everyone with me? Guys, speak out something here. Right? Now, what is its importance? What is the importance of the data-driven piece? So obviously, it enables informed decision. Again, going back to my example of CID, right? So if you don't do this analysis in CID, you will go ahead and keep on catching every individual who you see, right? And suspect that he might be a criminal. Yes or no? Every person you will go and start catching, that you shouldn't be doing that, right? So what it does, it enables informed decision making, right? Then obviously there are only few folks, right? Only I think 5-member team in CID, right? So your data science team also will have very less number of members, right? It will not have infinite members. Yes or no? So obviously you can optimize the strategy. Make sense? So guys, all the things that you see or you have felt, I'm just putting them down in one by one pointers so that you can understand why data analysis and all these things are really very important, right? So optimization of strategies, then identification of opportunities. Again, the same thing, right? 5-member team, they find out, okay, I should be looking at the family of whosoever was being attacked or something. This guy will be going out of the Mumbai area to look for evidences, right? So it identifies opportunities, optimizes strategies. And obviously, if you're looking in the world of data science where you're increasing your business growth and all, obviously you have to take care of customer experiences, the CX team, right? The customer experience team. So you have to keep on building that customer experience. And with all of these 4 things, you finally have the competitive advantage over your competitors, right? So the importance of data-driven growth, again, taking the same example from CID, right? you already know what you're trying to do. You have informed decision making, you have optimized strategies, we have identified opportunities, each and everything from that particular viewpoint. Make sense? Everyone? Yes, no? Right? Now, there are a lot of organizations that has successfully built your data-driven growth strategy. Some of them are this. And the very important one for today's session is our Domino's Pizza. Now, quick question. When did Domino's Pizza, like when was the start of Domino's Pizza? Anyone? Anyone knows? In India, 1993, but I'm talking about global, like where was the first? 1960. So it is actually 1960. If I'm not wrong, it is in United States. Mitsipitas was this place name, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, it was that only. Yes. No, it was Ypsilanti. Correct. It was Ypsilanti. Cool. Michigan. Yes. So just a second. Yeah. So now it existed in 1960. I think, as I was saying, right? Pizza Hut existed from 1958. Both of them are pretty much very close to each other, right? But the start year is very close to each other. But 1960, after 1960, the market share of Domino's Pizza actually started growing like crazily. 1960, from then, I think the Domino's Pizza's market share actually started growing a lot than Pizza Hut. And everybody had their standard growth. But in terms of market share, market penetration, Domino's had a very good market share. But suddenly something happened in the early 2000s, right? Wherein there were a lot of criticism. There were a lot of criticism around Domino's Pizza, right? Now, some of those criticisms are there were negative perceptions about the product quality, right? Obviously, because the product quality was not good, the stagnant growth was there. By that time, there was Papa John's, Lapino Pizzas, and all those things. So the competition grew like anything. There was intense competition, survival of the fittest, Darwin's theory, survival of the fittest. And then you have customer preferences. You have customer preferences and changing food trends, right? So obviously, from 1960s, people were having some food trends. Guys, you will see, right? Whatever our parents used to have, right? We have a very so Pranjal, yes, that YouTube video about two folks, right? So yes, that was one more unfortunate incident that added more fuel to the fire, right? But you have seen that our food trends are very different from our parents, right? And whosoever are parents over here already, you would see that your kids have a very different food trends also, right? So generation over generation, the food trends keeps on changing. Everyone understand, because I have a niece, right? So I've seen I typically eat vegetables, but my niece, make her eat one vegetable. I'm challenging you, like you would get one would get a Nobel Prize for that actually. I don't know whether when my niece sees this, what will happen, but it's okay. The changing food trends are obviously there. It's obviously a generation over generation change, right? And there were a lot of operational inefficiencies that happened, right? Because of which the final thing, which was stagnant growth and negative perception, kept on increasing and increasing in the late 2000 era. Clear enough? What is the challenge that was faced by Domino's Pizza? Now let's see how Domino's Pizza used data and analysis of it, right, to kind of overcome this. So now see, when there is a challenge faced, it can, two things can happen. One, the entire company can shut down, yes or no? And the second one is they revamp themselves or rebrand themselves. Yes. So Domino's chose the latter one of rebranding and changing their entire perspective of the purview. Everyone with me? So I think Shyam, you were asking about the this thing. Sure. So what I was saying in this, so Shyam and anyone who missed and didn't join the part, I'll quickly run through. So when a CID happens, right, there is a crime which happens. The crime goes to the forensic expert, right, wherein they analyze the data or analyze how the crime has happened. Then they report it. Then action has been taken by the 5-member CID team. When the action hits a dead end, they ask for another report, again action taken, so on and so forth, until and unless you finally get to the value. So even with a TV show, whatever used to happen, if you put that in a chronological order, you'll actually see data, then reporting and analysis, action being taken, and value. So whatever we have seen in CID, on the same lines, if you see the data science or the data driven growth, it is kind of analogous to each other. So that's what exactly the example which I was trying to put. Does that make sense? Shyam? Cool. So now, whatever the 5 points were, let's see how the data, the strategy, and the results. Guys, same thing, na? Data, this is your analysis and report, and this is the final result. The same things, whichever I was talking at the start, right? The data, strategy, which is your analysis and reporting, and finally the results. Let's see one by one how they tackled all of these things. The first one was the negative perception about the product quality. Yes or no? How did they take those data, or how did they get those data points? Customer feedbacks. Have you seen any time that in Domino's they have something like this, or any place you have something like this? Yes or no? What happens if you get your Zomato delivery very late? You will not give a good rating. Yes or no? Yeah. So similarly, they took customer feedback, which is text data. They took the reviews, which is also a text data, right? So feedback can be text data. Feedback can be like calling up and all those things. Reviews, those are text data. And ratings, those are numbers in nature. Yes or no? So can you see the variety of type of data that already starts occurring? The different types of data. It is all about marrying different data together, and build up a strategy. I'll have a video of each of them to make you understand how this data-driven things and why now it is more about a data-driven world everywhere. Okay, so now the strategy and the analysis they did was, so with all these customer feedbacks, reviews, I'll show a video in the few minutes wherein they told about the taste of the product. They told about the texture of the product. They told about the content of the product, right? So taste, texture, and content. Okay, these are the 3 things they were pretty much talking about. Now, if someone talks about content as in the whatever is given in the pizza, what will be, don't even look at this piece, right? Don't even look at this strategy. if someone talks about, let's say you are a chef, someone talks about taste, texture, and content, what will you do? What will you do, guys? Anyone? No one is answering. Pretty much think about changing the recipe, right? Yes or no? You will pretty much think about changing the recipe, that something is wrong with my recipe itself. Right? So now, how did they understand that it is taste, it is texture, and it is content? Through, I'll give a very technical jargon, which is like clustering words together. If you see a lot of, has everyone seen the Amazon reviews of any product? You'll pretty much see some keywords coming at the top, right? It is, so let's say I'm buying a chair, you know, you will see that comfortable. So if pretty much everyone would have written comfortable, someone would have written not comfortable, that will only come. So there are different words that coexist together. Clustering those same words, or maybe putting a ranking of those words together, they found that taste, texture, and content were there in a lot of negative reviews. When they understood that they are in negative reviews, obviously the first thing they thought about is changing the recipe. Guys, understood how simple things are, right? But how a strategical way of thinking or going about going in this way actually makes the entire turnaround that happened for Domino's. Guys, everyone is understanding, right? I'm just seeing a lot of awesome. Okay. So now, obviously, you will revamp your pizza recipe and the toppings based on the customer feedback. So that is a strategy. What happened? So obviously, you increase the customer satisfaction and improve the product quality perception. Okay. Now the next part is the stagnant growth. How did they tackle? So every company would be recording the sales and revenue data. Every company would be looking at the sales and revenue data, right? So now over here, what they did is they obviously had a technologically driven customer experience team. How was Domino's sure about those who don't like? Okay, so Pranjal, okay. Good question. I don't know whether second. Let me just make another. Okay. Actually, why am I even showing this? There is actually a video, right? Which I will play. Pranjal, just give me some time because this is like the final showdown. You will actually see Domino's, how Domino's was so sure about who don't like taste and who don't like about the texture and content. I have a video for that. So it's good to play with the video because that is where you'll understand it much better. Okay, I have the video. Now, there is something known as a market analysis. Now, maybe with the growth, you will see month over month, what is the growth? Year over year, what is the growth? Right? All of these things were analyzed from the sales, revenue, profit margin, and a technologically driven initiatives were taken. Ki, hey, I think the reason of a decline in a month over month or year over year was because we didn't have a customer experience team. They actually built a customer experience team. They went from a normal phone calling customer experience to a data-driven customer experience that you can chat with them. There are a lot of folks who actually answer them to you right over there on the chats, right? They included things like online ordering. We feel that online ordering is today's era thing. Trust me, Domino's had it like in 2010, 2011, right? Around 12 years earlier, 12 years earlier, right? And they also had something like a real-time tracker. So guys, isn't this just fascinating about how some of the data can actually transform the strategies that you have? Think. Guys, yes or no? Right? So obviously the important part that came up was the increased sales and revenue that improved the entire market position for Domino's. Right? Similarly, when there is an intense competition, when there was intense competition, there was more about how much penetration is there onto the market, how much market share is there, the competitor analysis, right? In a competitor, if there is a particular pizza that is getting sold the most, why? What are the contents in that, right? Obviously, another company will not share the content of that particular pizza. But obviously, as a chef, if you eat that pizza, you will get an idea of what exactly is there in that pizza, right? So all of those things were taken into account. So they developed, we'll all talk about our unique, innovative ways of marketing campaigns, new products, improved customer experience, right? Offered value-based pricing. So all of these, we'll talk about this. I have a single page for each of them, right? Then customer preferences, right? So they had this Twitter account and Instagram account, right? They followed all the trends. They started giving out offers. They started doing a lot of digital campaigns, right? Then they started including some toppings based on the customer preferences. So they used to be like, okay, would you like this? Would you like this? Would you like this? Right? If a lot of people say yes, yes, yes to all of them, they actually had toppings based on the customer preferences. So they had some of these preferences. They used to make some kind of affair, right? All these Dominoes, they used to go out there. They used to do a lot of experiments, understand the facial expression of the people, whether they like those toppings or not, give it out for free, more to do and analyze the data, the facial expressions of the particular person and see whether they actually like it or not, right? So a lot of data-driven initiatives, a lot of technologically driven initiatives were going into this to make sure that Domino's revamps itself again, right? Finally, a lot of operational inefficiencies like logistics, like a lot of things, waste, right? A lot of things used to get wasted and all those things. So they adopted technologically driven solutions wherein they obviously did the entire inventory management, real-time delivery tracking. They had some robots actually doing unmanned delivery, right? So guys, think about that. At those era, they had robots which used to do unmanned delivery. Think about it, right? So these were the special things that Domino's Pizza did in order to increase the way of how it used to operation earlier versus how they increase the sales after that. Everyone with me? I know this was a very lengthy slide, but really wanted to put all of these particular points together for you guys so that you can understand what was the problem, the strategy, and the result. So be it in whatever domain you are in respectively right now. Always think about these perspectives from your viewpoint as well. If you're in a mechanical engineer, can you solve something with the data, with the strategy and the results? Like a proper data strategic thing, right? All good? Everyone? Move on to the next one. Now, this entire explanation of how they came, I already talked about, right? That they use a customer feedback and data to identify areas where they need to improve the product quality. So if you click on two, they were actually, see, the thing is, they didn't just give two, okay? When you click on two, it will actually ask you what you didn't like. Now, they will not ask a particular person to fill over there. What they will do is, they'll just give you taste, they will give you delivery, they'll give you a box. So it becomes really easy for the folks to actually go and pick, because think about it, you click on two and then you have to write something down. You will never write, right, in a feedback. But if you're given click, 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 you will pretty much be very open to giving those feedbacks, right? So making it easy for the customers also to give feedback was one of the important things that they brought out during their all feedback gathering times, right? Now, if you see this era, right, can you see this? So this is the market capital history, right? Can you see this era, everyone? This particular place, right? Do you see a declining trend for Domino's? Right? There was a declining trend. It was actually coming down, down, down. This is where they actually started thinking about changing the strategy. Now, once they change the strategy, do you see this area? Everyone able to see this area? Right? Can you see that it was pretty much increasing every time year on year? So do you already start feeling the change that what they did from 2004 when they got publicly listed and all? What happened post the change of strategies? So isn't it fascinating that even an analysis of a time series analysis, so this is what we call as time series analysis, you know, even a simple time series analysis can give you a fact that whether your strategies were working or not, you know, right? And obviously over here there was COVID, there was a lot of things which actually came. So I think there was more of a Brexit piece over here. It was more about COVID, right? So this was more about COVID. This was more about the second wave, right? And this was pretty much during the Ukraine-Russia war, right? So again, a lot of external factors played to the decline, but there was not much of a things over here which actually played to a decline. Because if you see the same time, the Yum Food, I think Pizza Hut is a part of the Yum Foods channel, Yum Foods group. You'll actually see not a decline, you'll actually see a increasing trend over that at this point of time, right? So simple time series analysis can already start giving you a thing of whether the historical things or whether some of the strategies that you used actually started playing a lot of beneficial part of it or not. Now, in the last Q4 of 2021, do you see these are some of the popular states, like most populated state in the US, 2021, right? Do you already see who has the major market shareholder in Domino's, Little Caesars, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut? Do you see these numbers as if this is like a monopoly? More than 50% shares. Right? So how did they achieve all of that? How did they achieve all of that? one of the most innovative thing which they brought was this Domino's tracker. Do you see, everyone? The most innovative thing that they brought was this Domino's tracker. You can actually see order placed, preparation, baking, quality check, delivery. So it was more about being transparent. You are more transparent that yes, I am doing a quality check. I am baking it. Otherwise, those spitting incident and all those things that happened with things, right? If you give kind of a confidence level to your customers that order is placed, we are preparing it. Let's say you show around 10 minutes in preparation. Think about it. If you're showing some 10 minutes in preparation, people will be like, yes, they are putting a lot of contents. That's how the human perspective or human perception is there, right? Yes or no? Right? So you were more transparent, you were more technically driven, and you gave something new to the audience to actually try and test and say whether it is good or not, right? So this was all about the famous tracking mechanism that Domino's introduced, which kind of gave this kind of hit, and in 2021 has this particular market share in the most populous US states, right? So I think I have a video. So how did they change? So they have a pizza turnaround story, right? So let me play this video for you guys. I don't know whether. Can everyone hear? Can everyone hear the video? No? Okay. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Now can you hear it? 1 second, I'll just run it.
You know,
okay.
they're coming.
So look at this. Had a few slices of Domino's pizza, haven't had it in a few years. It was all right, but the crust seemed a bit lacking. Texture. So somebody was saying, na, ki how do we know the texture and all? Whether somebody liked it or not? This is it. Who was asking me this question? Pranjal. Now do you see? Right? So let's hear this pizza turnaround story from the changer himself and see what it was.
There comes a time when you know you've got to make a change. You know, you can't lead a company like this unless you love food. I love food. I love pizza. It was about 50 years ago that they started the first store just about 5 miles from here.
Two brothers had a great idea, and they also said they wanted to get it delivered within 30 minutes, and that's something that no one said could be done. In fact, the first pizza delivery vehicle for our company is that vehicle right there. Around the 80s, we were exploding. We were the fastest growing company in the history of franchise business. Nothing had ever grown like that.
Now we're almost 9,000 restaurants around the world. We love what we do at Domino's.
Pizza, where's the love? How hard? Bread, sauce, cheese, fresh ingredients. Doesn't feel like there's much love in Domino's pizza.
Domino's pizza crust to me is like cardboard.
Is it hard to watch this stuff?
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
I hear what some folks are saying about our stuff.
Oh, this one's bad. Worst excuse for pizza I've ever had.
The sauce tastes like ketchup.
Totally void of flavor.
You know what? When you first hear it, it's shocking.
Guys, do you see the textual data already coming? The reason is I'm playing this video is to actually give you a flavor of how did they even start gathering the data. That is the most important part, right?
The cardboard complaint is the most common one.
This we hear over and over and over.
I mean, that hits you right in the heart. This is what we've done. This is what I've done, for 25 years now.
You can either use negative comments to get you down, or you can use them to excite you and energize your process of making a better pizza. We did the latter.
Most companies hide the criticism that they're getting, and we actually faced it head on.
Do you see? They didn't hide the criticism. Right? They didn't hide the criticism. Naresh, I'll send you the link. Right? See, so they didn't hide the criticism here. They actually put it on a piece of paper, and this is where the actual transformation started.
Head on.
Some people didn't get us credit for the taste of our product. That's what we're fixing.
We listen to our consumers and they want us to be better.
This is what's...
It's been crazy down here. We had our best chefs working hard to find the best combination, looking at
So did you hear? They were trying to find out the best combination of the texture, taste, and this thing. So guys, data, the classification, categorization, all of that perfectly filled your entire void that was there for the Domino's pizza. Right?
Add a little something to the recipe. I mean, we basically had to start over with a new recipe.
New stuff, and she's saying, try this. And we changed our shredded cheese. Cheese. It's cheese. Cheese should be.
We started working on the sauce.
New sauce is bright. It's spicy. It's robust.
We've got garlic in here. We've got oregano. We've got basil. We've got...
Do you see? They actually didn't say the secret ingredient. Everybody uses basil, everybody uses garlic, everybody uses pepper, but they actually didn't even say what is the secret ingredient that makes their sauce, right? Again, it's very much confidential.
And a little bit of red pepper, just to tingle on your tongue.
It's a bold flavor. When you bite into that, that's what pizza sauce should taste like.
We started working on the crust.
And then there...
You get every single... No, it's about...
Now,
So
they
I think
actually
she's going to
went,
be surprised. We're going to bring her the new pizza, see how she likes it. She has no idea we're coming.
this is actually the head chef who came.
Adrienne?
Yeah.
So I'll actually show you the final showdown later on, but everyone got what is that entire pizza turnaround story. Guys, interesting. Domino's pizza case study, right? So I'm trying to do this case study not as a case study, but more of a unique thing, right? That the Domino's pizza did out of the world at that time that we still follow after 12 years. Cool. So what's next in line? These are the marketing campaigns that they did. Remember, I was talking about these. So stagnant growth is talking about, negative perception is talking about, right? Then I think where did that go? Yeah. Do you see the intense competition, right? The intense competition they had innovative marketing campaigns. Now let me show you the marketing campaigns. Do you see? Get assured free gift on every order, right? You've got 50 crore reasons why you should be excited about Domino's. So it was Domino's birthday. It was Domino's birthday. And they told, it's our birthday, but the gifts are all yours, right? Interesting way to actually excite your audience, right? Again, similar things. They didn't copy paste. Think about this. At the same time, they didn't copy paste all of them, right? They didn't copy paste all of them, and they made a very different way of Instagram piece which says birthday party. Then there is a lucky draw which has an iPhone giveaway. Obviously, every social media, right, has a different way of putting things in place, right? So actually, they changed the way of not copy pasting something from here to there, but making a whole new marketing campaign just for that particular Twitter or Instagram very differently. Right? So in this way, they stayed on the top when it comes to customer preferences, food trends, right? All of these things pretty evident in the ways they started marketing themselves as well. Guys, anyone, any questions? I didn't ask any questions. Any questions for you guys? Okay. If there are no questions, let me share one more video. Can everyone see this video? So they announced this thing, official food for everyone. Now just look at this video, this marketing campaign which they did. It's just a 30 minutes clip.
We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad boy for life.
So it's an official food for everything. So there are a lot of these things. There are a lot of these particular official food for everything. Right? Which started coming in, which started giving a good vibe about all of these official food of everything, especially from a Domino's pizza standpoint. Right? So these are some of the marketing campaigns they did, right? So now can someone tell me why did they do that particular marketing campaign for with that video? Think. Can anyone say that? To show youth can relate, college going students can relate. So that college going students can actually relate, right? So obviously that led to the market size increase of the pizzas. You know? So there is also one fam. I'm just trying to figure out, just give me 1 minute. I think I saw it somewhere. Yes. So, just 1 minute, guys. I'll show you this. There are a few interesting, what do you say? Interesting pieces which I've kept, right? So let's see this. Just a 20-30 seconds clip. The official food for 23rd wedding anniversary. So now do you see, guys, the way they customize their entire piece of, what do you say, of marketing or campaigning. They gave it for youths, they gave it for wedding anniversaries, right? So this is more of young couples who like to eat mostly outside. So it's an official food of giving the oven a night off, right? So I can relate to this a lot, right? So this is more for family. So youth, family. So they were trying to cluster. See guys, it's not about showing these videos just. It's all about, do you already start seeing a customer segmentation? Or the customers who actually buy your pizzas can be youth, can be family, can be young couples, or can be wedding anniversaries and all those things. Yes or no? Guys, so do you see, this is all about market segmentation that they did. Right? Now, what Domino's Pizza actually did was they increased or improved their operational efficiencies. Now, there are various places of increasing the operational efficiencies. What is operations? Operations is about, for a Domino's Pizza, is order placing till order delivery. Everything that goes on the floor of delivering that pizza is all about operations, right? So they have an omni-channel presence. That means people can buy on the store, people can buy online. They have an omni-channel presence. They have several touch points because they have franchises, they have their own stores, they have Zomato now, Swiggy, all of them, right? They have several touch points of where the order can come from, right? There are multiple systems of delivery. They have their own delivery vehicles. They sometimes use Zomato, Swiggy's, everyone's delivery vehicles to deliver pizzas in 30 minutes, right? Not 30 seconds, 30 minutes, right? And they also have a huge customer database. Now, what they did over here is they reduced manual search. So now there is no manual search. It is all on the basis of your phone number. Your phone number is your identity, right? They understood phone number is your identity. So they reduced a lot of manual search. They increased visibility. Have you seen that now your order is placed? So increased more of transparency, more of that. Then went into a reactive mode. If you have seen some of the Domino's pizza now, when they used to go to the customers and if the pizza is not delivered hot, they used to actually take back those pizzas. Have you seen those ads? They actually did that for the customers so that a customer went on more of a I don't know, I can actually show some of those videos, but they actually took back some of those pizzas if they say that the pizza is not hot. If you see Domino's pizzas ka this thing, it's a 30 minutes and delivered hot. So they make sure that all of these things are delivered hot, and as a result of that, they went from a very bad customer experience to a reactive mode. So when the delivery boy has that particular pizza, he understands whether this is hot or not. And then they went into that entire reactive mode of reacting it before getting a feedback, right? So this was how the entire operations piece changed for the operation efficiency actually betterified itself for Domino's Pizza. Everyone ready to see the final showdown now? Everyone ready to see the final showdown? No, why isn't it running? Yeah. It's a 4 minutes clip, guys. Just wait and see how they actually transformed the entire way.
We're going to see Claudia. She has no idea we're coming. She said some pretty harsh stuff about our old.
Do you see in the last video, it was like to be continued. This is that continuation.
Old pizza. We're going to bring the new pizza. Let's see what happens.
Domino's Pizza!
Yes?
Claudia?
Yes?
Claudia, did you say...
Give the Domino's head chef more freedom to make a pizza that's not a formula. Yes, I did.
Claudia, I happen to have the head chef from Domino's here, and he'd like to ask you a couple of questions, too.
He looks mad.
I'm not mad. Because your comments
helped us create a brand new Domino's pizza. New sauce, new crust, new cheese. Want to try it?
Sure. Looks good. It's actually really good.
Is there enough cheese on it?
Lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese.
It is very good.
Now, you're not just saying that because the cameras are
No,
there.
I'm really.
I mean, we want the real Claudia, the one we saw on the tape.
You can't see the sauce through the top. It's really good. You guys, I'm so impressed, really. I can't believe a company would do that. I'm so really impressed that you guys really took it seriously. I can't believe you guys listened.
So guys, did you already see the transformation or the way? It's not just about the feedback that they give. It is also about the facial expression. So you have seen a person who was writing it, right? It was more about that person's perception also, that how that customer actually reacted when that customer, Claudia, was eating the pizza.
Is this it? Let's go. Look for it.
Carlos.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Sam
thank you.
from Domino's Pizza.
Okay.
Hey, listen, did you say Domino's crust is a little too rubbery?
Domino's crust is a little too rubbery.
I did, but this is on a.
You want to try it?
Sure. I'll
So
give it a
now
shot.
after he tries, you actually see the face now,
This is great. This is.
right? You actually see the face. It's not about what they speak. It's all about the facial expression that is happening, right?
This is.
Again, guys, I'm not
Yeah,
going
your
through
comments
all of these.
help inspire us to change everything about our pizza. Would you mind trying a piece?
Here we go. Here we go. Wow. I'm telling.
I'm not going through this, right? I will put it for everyone for you to view, right? So this was a final showdown that happened, and this is how it is not about the videos that happened over here or the marketing campaign. The data already started showing how the market capital started increasing for Domino's Pizza from 2010 onwards or something. Make sense, everyone? So this was the entire Domino's Pizza, the entire case study of the Domino's Pizza, right? Now, will we stop here? No. I'm going to tell you what are the different changes or what are the different lessons that we can learn from here, right? First is all about importance of collecting and analyzing the data, right? Now, with this case study, we have already seen what is the importance of collecting or analyzing the data. Yes, right? Because if you're collecting, not analyzing it, or you're analyzing without collecting it, it's junk. Yes or no? So let's say you're analyzing a data, but you're not collecting properly. What are you analyzing? You're analyzing maybe some garbage data, which may be harmful, right, for your company, right? Similarly, if you're collecting and not analyzing, then also this is harmful, that you're just storing the data again and again and again. Yes or no? Correct? Right? So this is where the importance of collecting and analyzing the data. The first thing, remember the data in that entire piece. This was the data, this was analyzing, right? This is the most important part, because without this, you cannot proceed ahead. Very important lesson learned, right? Now, we need to look at different categories of data to ensure our coverage. We need to look out for different categories of data to ensure our coverage. Now, what is this? We can look at a lot of demographic data. What is demographic data? It's like where people are living, what is the population, what is the density, right? So it is more about the demographics of that particular area. Clear? Next is more about behavioral data. What is the behavior of that particular person, right? There are few person, no matter whatever you do, always have negative comments. There are few people, no matter how you treat them, they will be always good to you. Right? Behavior of a person. The feedback, the textual data that I have already talked about, the numerical data that I talked about. Guys, can you see that you have to make sure that different categories of data is used so that you have 100% coverage of completeness. Clear? Right? Now there are external data, financial data, operation data, and again, I'm not going through each of them one by one, right? Now, the next thing is a step-by-step process to ensure completion. A step-by-step process, because once you identify the data that you want, you can start collecting it. Yes or no? You can start collecting it, then particularly cleaning it, analyzing, and then interpreting. Now, if you don't get the results as you wanted or as per the problem statement you are solving, you again go back here. So this is more of a circle till the time you get the answer to the problem you're solving, and that's where the strategy kicks in. Think about it now. So you identified the data. Okay, I'm getting the ratings. I'm getting the ratings that the customer is giving. I'm getting the ratings that the customer is getting. Right? Now this rating, right? Which the customer is, for example, getting. When you collect clean, here you just get about a numerical number, right? Yes or no? You just know that people are liking it or not. Where they are not liking or where is the scope of improvement, you never get that using ratings. And that's where you come back again to get something known as something which is textual data. Make sense? All of these processes that are whatever we did, right, or whatever we saw in the Domino's pizza kind of now puts together. Point number one, collecting. Point number two, about the different categories, or look out for different categories to ensure coverage. Next, a step-by-step process. Yes or no, guys? Clear till the third one? Everyone? Now, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone, right? You need to have tools that supports you. For example, if you're doing some calculations, if you have a calculator in your hand, job is easier for you, no? Right? Similarly, it is not just about the collection and all those things. It is also about experience to some of the additional tools that will aid in making your life in analysis simpler. Aid in making your life simpler in terms of analysis. So there are a lot of things we have written, right? There are a lot of things we have written, and I think Rashmi will already talk to you about some of these things from an AlmaBetter perspective as well. So these are like, this is like a laundry list, right? It's like a laundry list that we have tried to put over here. And Rashmi will talk about this more from an AlmaBetter perspective point of view at the end of the class. Right? Now, always try to remember the 6 A's. So now we have collected the data, we have analyzed the data, we have reported the data. What's next? What's next? It is all about the 6 A's. It is all about the 6 A's. Guys, can you see the step-by-step strategy? 1, collect. Second, first is collect. Next, not clean. This one, right? So collect. Then this is all about, no, not analysis. Collect, and collect from various sources. Collect from various sources. So this is entire about the collection. Then you have the entire cleaning process and the cleaning, reporting, analysis process. Right? The next one is strategy. So this is your 6A strategy. Clear? So while you are doing a strategical thinking, right, or while you are doing a strategical decision, always try to focus on one question at a time. Always. Guys, I know the Gen Z and everyone, we are like, I want all the answers to all the question at once, right? It's good. It's good to be inquisitive about it, but always try to tackle one question at a time, right? Ask, acquire. So you ask, then you acquire, right? It is all about what question you are doing. Acquire means collecting, analyzing, this one, apply, right? So apply, announce, assess. These are all part of your strategy. Can everyone see? Ask is more about the problem you are trying to solve. The next, acquire, is about collecting. Analyze is about cleaning and all. Apply is all about the strategy. So you apply the strategy, you see whether it works. If not, go back, apply again, so on and so forth. Keep on applying. Once you see that something is working, you go to announce. Once you have announced, you now see on your market, on your real market, what is the final result. Guys, this is a circle of any business. Clear? Everyone? So these are the pretty much things that we learned from our Domino's Pizza story as well, right? They actually did all of that, right? This is one critical way of what we do in our machine learning piece of it as well, right? So we get the problem statement, right? We do a product feature alignment, then we architecture that entire product. We pre-process, clean, feature engineer. Guys, these are all the things from a data science perspective. I'm just giving you a very quick glance of how at a top level, any data science problem statement will actually look like. Okay. So then you model, you train your model, you tune them, you evaluate them, then you experiment. If the model doesn't meet the requirement, you again keep on going on the circle again and again. If they meet your requirements, then you deploy it into the actual market, you monitor them, and while you monitor, you maintain an audit trail. If it works good, but if it is if it needs a major overhaul, you again go back to it. So this is like one cycle here, the second cycle here, the third cycle here, and this entire piece is in itself another cycle. So this is more like a four cyclic process. This is what I refer to as a four cyclic process. Again, very strategic, very to the point, and understanding of what we are doing so that we do things for the betterment of the business. Yes, no, guys? Any questions, any doubts? Nobody is asking any doubts. I saw only one or two people, but it's good if you're understanding. So the next one is actually about what are the benefits. So once you see you have valuable insights, you have continual growth. So guys, this is all the lesson learned from the Domino's history, right? So you have insights, you work on those insights, you have a continual growth, you have program outcomes, you have improved program outcomes. We saw that in the time series, right? So you have optimized operations. We see that using the tracking mechanism and all. You predict the future trends you start predicting the future trend so that you can manage your inventory. Right? And then you have your actionable insights that what should I do to maybe maintain whatever business I'm doing, to expand what I'm doing, or to kind of overhaul if I'm doing very bad. So these are all the benefits that we have already seen from the Domino's case study as well. Clear? Yes, no? Then obviously in all of these things, you have already seen that it is more of a critical thinking. What we call in layman term is common sense thinking. Right? You have seen many people saying common sense is not that common. It is true, because when we think, we as humans, when we think now, we always go by what our heart says. Right? You always prioritize heart over brain. Think about it, right? So when you're solving a business problem, whenever you're solving a business problem, don't go with what your heart says. Go with what your brain says critically, because you can reduce a lot of biases. Because whenever it comes to heart, it is more about being biased, right? You can consider the business context of it, right? You can actually understand what business problem you are trying to solve. You can, so once you have lesser bias, you can interpret the data meaningfully, not by a gut feeling. Not by a gut feeling. And once that is there, you understand the data limitations so that you can procure more data. Got it? So this is where we always keep on saying, don't go with what your heart says. When you're working, especially in the data science, keep your heart aside. Go with what your critical mind says. Right? So then, obviously, this is how the future of the work looks like. More of agile thinking. Agile means it's more of we always try to look for a short-term success, which are the building blocks for the long term. So your short-term success can keep on changing to achieve what is there in the long-term success, right? Then it is all intelligent and data-driven. Then you have real-time feedbacks. So this is how the entire thing, or the landscape of work is going to change in the few years, right? So real-time feedback. So now you've seen a lot of streaming devices, right? A lot of streaming pieces, right? Your data stream and all those things have real-time feedback, real-time working on those feedbacks. Then obviously you have more emotionally intelligent leadership that are there. You can work on improving the employee experience and engagement. Why? Because if you see that a lot of your employees are not happy, data-driven things can actually change the work to improve their kind of well-being and all those things, right? Leading to your economic results, and the entire organization values keep on increasing. So every organization would always try to go to this idealistic situation always. Again, this is not a data-driven thing, but this is what a data-driven organization going forward would look like as a futuristic scope of, right? So again, with that, obviously every company invests in training and upskilling, and would also like you guys also to invest on your training and upskilling. I keep doing that over the weekends. Foster a culture of innovation, so that when I said about critical thinking, you also talk about innovative thinking, right? You know, right? There is a right side of the brain and the left side of the brain. Left side of the brain is more creative, right? Right side of the brain is more analytic. So these commonsensical or a critical thinking wants you to channelize both the right side and the left side of the brain together, right? And then obviously while doing that, you embrace digital transformation. You don't go with just a manual process. So every company is trying to embrace a digital transformation and build a diverse and a inclusive workforce so that you have people from a lot of ethnicity, creed, race, everywhere, right? So that it is leading to a lot of collaborative thinking rather than just thinking. All good till here? So with this, it's now the quiz time. Excited, everyone? So, just give me 1 minute. So what you need to do is, just join this www.kahoot.it. Please join with your full name, as Naren is saying, right? Please join with your full name, because only then the prizes would mean something to you, right? So either you can go to kahoot.it and put this game pin, or you can just use the game link which I've given directly. Quick, guys. So in the meanwhile, I see that there is a question. Suraj, I'm here and this is a new film to me. Can you suggest me what was the strategy required to excel in this field? Okay, so what is the strategy is all about, I would say, see, the only thing is it's LPP, right? It's all LPP, learn, practice, and perseverance, right? So learn the different things which are there in the industry, right? Learn the different things that are there in the industry. Learn, learn about what you want out of this particular course, right? So see that these are the things that you need, right? These are the skill sets that you need. Learn them, practice them, and keep on practicing till you don't excel. So these are the 3 things which I kept doing a lot of times. Took me some time, obviously, but then this is where I am. Suraj, does that answer the question? Cool, guys. I think 23 folks. Let's start. Chalo, let's start, guys. is answer this very. Subramaniam, don't answer it here. I knew it. You will be saying lack of data. In the age of data-driven growth, you will never have lack of data. You will never have lack of data. It's a data-driven growth. Data is everywhere. It is more about operational inefficiencies that cater to the challenges which is solved by the data itself, right? So be very careful on the reading the questions. So Yogesh at the top, Sri Chandana, and then Sneha. Awesome. Close competition. Let's see. Good. So you actually have, yes. Subramaniam, don't write the answers here because it's a quiz. Okay. So let everyone answer in their own way, right? So yes, this is a question, assumptions and biases for informed decision. So it is not on a preconceived bias because critical thinking actually removes a lot of preconceived bias, right? You don't follow, you don't go by the gut feeling, right? Again, this is not about gut feeling, right? Good. So Pranjal comes to the second, man, like just 11 points, very close competition. Good one, guys. Very good. So pretty much everyone was very this thing on the class. Pranjal takes the lead. Yogesh, buckle up. Very good. Everyone, great. So Pranjal, Yogesh, and Sneha are not leaving their positions. Last question. Last question. Let's see. This can be the game changer. So how is the data-driven change changing the nature of work? You require workers to have data analysis skills, right? So that is how you're changing the nature of the work. You obviously are reducing the demand of manual labor. I told you, right? Removing a lot of manual labor tasks. Eliminating the need of human workers, no, because humans, the IQ that human brings, you cannot eliminate them. By reducing the importance of data analysis and decision informed making, no. It is more about increasing the importance, which is this one, right? Let's see. The podium. Congratulations, Sneha. Aziz takes up the second position. And who's on the first? Pranjal. Great. I think the last question turned the tables around, if I'm not wrong, right? So this is what I had from the masterclass. I hope everyone enjoyed the session today. And do feel free to put the feedbacks for every one of us.
Yes, thank you so much, Arnav, for conducting such an insightful session with us. I am sure, like all of us, I really had a great time, and all of the participants who are there with us must have understood the importance of data and how crucial it is to make decisions that would drive the business, that would decide the future of the business on what sort of decisions, crucial decisions you are taking. Narendra, I would urge you to share the feedback form again with us, and I would urge all of you to fill up the feedback form so that we can improve on our further master classes. And along with that, congratulations to all of the winners, like all three of those who were able to stand on first, second, and third position on the podium. Do fill out the form so that we can have your details and our team can get back to you for the vouchers that we had for you. So yeah, with that, I think like we have come to the last milestone of this masterclass. I would like to introduce you to what AlmaBetter is actually trying to do to make an impact in the lives of the students who are willing to make a shift in the data science domain and who are willing to go ahead and make a career in this very domain. So please stay with me for next 10 to 15 minutes, guys. And there is another exciting thing at the end of this bit. So yeah, stay along and just give me 10 to 15 minutes to let you know on what AlmaBetter is doing. So as all of you have come to this masterclass, you might have some idea that AlmaBetter is a community first platform wherein we are trying to help our students stay in groups, study in groups, work in teams, and then stay along with the course and finally get to the outcome of the course, that is finally getting a job that you desire in the domain of data science. So over here, as soon as you enroll in our course, we put you in a group of 5 people, wherein that group is you go with the group for your entire learning journey, that is for about 6 to 7 months, and you do multiple activities in groups that is essential for simulating the work environment over here. Like when you actually become a data scientist or a data analyst, whatever role you go to in this data science domain, you will definitely be interacting with a lot of cross-functional teams, because that is who would be utilizing the data insights that you generate, right? So it is quite essential that you have that skill in your hand, like even before you go ahead and start working in some company. So putting that into perspective, we study in groups, like the live classes that you will be going through, you'll be learning within a cohort. The projects that you do after completing one particular module, that would again be in a group of 5 to 6 people, wherein you would be sharing your ideas and you would be collaborating for the project. And then finally, the outcome of all of that would be that you would be getting job ready, and you will definitely have a great time because you'll have folks alongside with you, learning, who would keep you motivated and would keep you going throughout the course. The next part is like, why exactly should you be choosing AlmaBetter? Because we offer a very industry relevant curriculum covering all of the topics from very basic levels to the advanced concepts. So as you would see for this masterclass, so this was just one of the topics that we picked up and then we delivered on that topic. So you saw that we started from, like Arnav started from the very scratch about why is data even important, or how do you analyze the growth, and then covering that how exactly it becomes critical for you to utilize that data and for you to take decisions based on that data. So likewise, for every topics that you study over here, you would be starting from the very basic concepts, like when you start learning Python or let's suppose machine learning. So we would be starting from the very basic concepts, like you would be taught mathematics first, and then we would show you that how is it actually implied in the machine learning when you go ahead and you progress in the modules. We give you 100 plus live classes, and the access to those lecture recordings of the live classes would stay on your dashboard for a lifetime. So we keep updating our content on a regular basis. So at all points in time, you would be having the most updated content on your dashboard. We offer 20 plus capstone projects, and Along with that, we offer you 1,000+ coding problems and assessments for you to go through. So the number of capstone projects that you do would definitely give you a lot of idea and give you a lot of hands-on experience on the topics that you would be learning. Like you will have that leverage in your resume. Like you will be able to leverage your resume when you go out for final company interviews, that you have worked on multiple projects and you have hands-on experience on the topics that you have learned. Like let's suppose if you are doing machine learning, if you are learning Python, then definitely like there would be capstone projects, there would be analysis of the data, and those projects that we give you are outsourced from the industries. So you will have practical work experience sort of thing with yourself when you finally graduate from the course. We conduct weekly doubt resolution sessions, and along with that, you also get the exposure to one-on-one mentorship sessions. So along with there are multiple avenues through which you can clear your doubts. Like live classes is one of them. You can also do it via chat support and doubt resolution forum. But on top of it, we also conduct weekly doubt resolution sessions where you can come up and you can interact with an instructor and you can clarify your doubts. Along with that, if you're stuck at some point in your learning journey, then we also give you the exposure to go through the mentorship session. Like you have that exposure to the mentorship session from your dashboard. You can book a mentorship from a session with an industry expert and who would be helping you and guiding you at whatever places that you feel that you cannot move ahead from. And lastly, we will be offering you 50+ mock interviews, and you'll also get a dedicated career coach who will be helping you throughout the placement drive. So as soon as you complete the course and you reach out for the placement drive, you get a dedicated career coach and a mentor who would be helping you out with all of the processes in your placement drive. So once we get a go ahead that this student or this candidate is now well equipped with all of the concepts and is ready for the final company placements, that is when we start sharing your profiles with our hiring partners. We have a pool of about 600 hiring partners, 650+ hiring partners as of now, and via which we guarantee you the placements. So all to all, you do not need to worry about your learning outcomes. You just need to stay focused and consistent with your learning journey. Outcomes is completely on to us, and the placement guarantee is completely on us. You do not need to worry about it at all. Next is the AlmaBetter path to success. So it is pretty straightforward that you sign up and you enroll in the course. So for enrolling, we have a nominal admissions fee that we charge to our students so that we can take only the motivated or the students who are serious about pursuing data science in their career ahead and are serious about switching into the data science domain. So we offer a pay after placement model, but we charge a admissions fee just like I mentioned, just to get the interested students, and this money is refunded once you reach the placement drive. So I think I will get to that. So you sign up and you enroll via paying a nominal admissions fee. You start your learning journey and you get certified, which means that after you enroll, you will be getting the exposure to those 5 to 6 modules that the course content contains. And as soon as you complete all of those 5 to 6 modules, you'll be getting program completion certificate. So that certificate is essential for you to get into the placement drive. And for getting that certificate, we have 2 qualifiers through which we can ensure that, okay, you have completed the course. So we have capstone projects for each of those 5 modules, and we have competency challenges through which we assess your theoretical and your practical learning for that particular module. So once you complete these 2 things, we see that, okay, the student is now well equipped enough to move towards the placement drive. The student has done the entire course very diligently. So once you complete that, you get the course completion certificate, and that is one of the qualifiers for you to reach into the placement drive. So once we see that you have completed everything and you're good to go for the placement drive, that is where we ask you to sign an income share agreement with us, through which we ensure that now your placement is 100% guaranteed with us, and you do not need to worry about the outcomes of your entire 6 to 7 months that you have spent with us. So ISA, like I mentioned, gives you the placement guarantee. And as soon as you sign the income share agreement with us, we refund the admissions deposit that you have paid initially. And that is how we are able to make it a pure pay after placement. So after you get the refund, so basically till now you haven't paid anything, and you pay only after you get a package of minimum 5 LP that goes as our placement guarantee. And after which you start your placement preparation, and that takes roughly 4 to 6 weeks, or in some cases 8 weeks. And that is after which you land your dream job and you are able to transform your career. And at this step, once you get a job and once you start earning, that is when you pay us the tuition fee and easy EMIs. That is 2,40,000. So that is about that. Next is the learning activities. So for technical skills, we have live lectures, we have lab experiments, projects and assignments, and group discussions. So the exposure to all of this will be given to you right after you are enrolling in the course, and all of this is available on your dashboard itself. So you do not need to look out for resources here and there. Everything is compiled in a pretty neat and clean fashion in your dashboard. For motivation and industry exposure, we conduct one-on-one mentorship sessions. That is up to the students. They can book it from their dashboard. I would show you how you can avail all of these facilities that I'm talking about. We have guest lectures. So like this very session, we conduct regular guest lectures for all of our enrolled students. And one thing that I think I missed out on, that everybody that you interact with over here throughout your learning journey, be it a mentor or a coach or an instructor or some moderator, everybody is already working in the data science domain. Everybody is already an industry professional. So you can see and you can feel that, okay, like every interaction that you will be having with those people, it will be quite insightful for you. Somewhat the other idea, like you will be learning through osmosis that, okay, how do they conduct themselves in a work environment? How do they utilize the topics or whatever things that you're going through? What is the practical implication of the things that you're learning? It would be very far away from the traditional learning where you're memorizing or you're mucking up some concepts and you do not have an idea that whether or not this will finally be utilized when I go ahead and start working. But on the counterpart, everything that you will be learning, you would see that how would you be making or how would you be utilizing it somewhere or the other once you go ahead and start working in a company. And you definitely have community participation through which we conduct a lot of events and we conduct a lot of quiz and other events on a regular basis for you to stay engaged and for you to stay motivated throughout your learning journey. Mandatory for AlmaX, we have capstone projects and competency challenges, which I mentioned before, are the two crucial things for you to qualify and for you to check right off, what to say, for you to check on whether or not you have completed the particular module or whether or not you are eligible for getting into the placement drive. Next up is that we have more than 500 plus hiring partners with us. So out of these hiring partners, like about 150 to 200 of those firms are MNCs, or 250 to 300 of those are mid-sized firms, and remaining like about 100 to 150 of them are high growth startups. So you do not need to worry, or you do not need to come up with some preconceived notion that I have to go in this particular firm only. That can happen in a very rare case scenario, because at the point in time that you graduate, we will be we will be sharing your profile with all of the companies that would be hiring at that point in time. So you cannot predict that what companies would be hiring, let's suppose 6 to 7 months from now. So whatever companies would be hiring, we would be sharing your profile at that company, and rest assured that we guarantee you the final placement that you would be getting and the work that you'd be doing. Doesn't matter the companies, so you can switch once you have these skill sets, but starting off is really important. I'm emphasizing on this point because we get a lot of doubts from a lot of students that, okay, I want to get placed at XYZ company, would you be able to get me this placement? But the idea should be that I want to learn the skill and I want to utilize this skill, and then the companies can differ from time to time. Next up is the salary distribution of AlmaBetter graduates. So like I mentioned that we offer you a minimum salary guarantee of 5 LPA. But as you can see, about 50% of our students land in this salary bracket of 8 to 10 LPA. So you could be one of those two students who can land a salary of 8 to 10 LPA. Average package, the popular package that we see of our students these days, stands somewhere around 9, 9.5, 8.5 in that bracket, and also 10. So you have to stay optimistic. You just have to stay consistent throughout your learning journey. If you are able to do this program quite well, if you are putting in all of the efforts, 100% of your efforts in the program, then definitely you will be getting a salary that is north of 8 LPA, because ultimately it all boils down to how you perform in an interview. If you are able to answer, or if you're able to crack all of the tests or assessments that the interviewer is giving you in the interview, then definitely you will have that scope of negotiations, and you can like ask for a salary that you want and not just the salary that you are getting at that interview. Meet your instructors and mentors. So like Arnav, we have a panel of about 100 plus instructors and career coaches that are involved with us for conducting the live classes on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, I guess that this would be one of the exciting things for you to look forward to, that having multiple interactions with multiple people who are already like working in an industry. Success story. Next up is the success stories. So we have been able to place 1,000 plus students so far, and these students, not all of them come from a like technical or a relevant background. We have seen like about 40 to 50%, close to 50% of those students who have been able to get placements have come from a very non-technical background or from a non-relevant background. A lot of these students came from either BA, BCom or BSc background, having no experience in coding or like having no experience in data altogether. So if they were able to transform their career in the domain of data science, that means that we have set up a process that is, what to say, tried and tested in bringing in outcomes. So definitely if it has worked for like close to thousands of students before, then it can definitely work for you as well. That is the faith that we are trying to imbibe in the students that we are getting. And next up is the student dashboard walkthrough. So I will take like about 5 to 7 more minutes for you to give you an idea or a gist on how the student dashboard would look like once you enroll in the course. So just so you know, we have a new batch of data science starting coming Tuesday. That is cohort Jakarta. That is coming on, that is coming on 16th of May at 8 p.m. So if you enroll for that particular batch, how would your dashboard look like? Let me just show you that quickly. So this is my dashboard. So this is for cohort Agile that came a few weeks back. So as soon as you enroll in the program, this dashboard will unlock for you. Right now, you might be seeing that a lot of course content is unlocked, but this is what pretty much the dashboard looks like. So on the right hand side over here, you will see the upcoming class. So as soon as you enroll in the course, you will see that there is an orientation session that is scheduled for 16th of May. And in the orientation session, you will get to know about the entire like curriculum, the entire 6 months journey in a very elaborate fashion. But right now, I would just give you a sneak peek into what all things would you be getting the exposure to. So the first is the home tab. Home tab is basically the compilation of everything else that is there on your dashboard for you to go through. First up over here is Learn tab. So the entire learning journey that you would go through for the next 6 months, everything that is related to your learning material would be over here on this one stop, that is the Learn tab. So the competency challenges, the lecture recording or the learning material, the quiz that you have to take for a particular topic, and the assignment that you have to do for any particular topic, everything is compiled under this Learn tab. So we have 5 to 6 modules, like I mentioned before. So altogether 6 modules. First is the introduction to computer programming. So over here you will be learning about Python, and you will be slowly we will be moving towards the other concepts, that is numerical programming in Python. So over here you will be learning more about data structures and algorithms. So you see that for this particular module, there is a competency challenge, compiling both of the modules, the introduction to Python programming and numerical programming in Python. So that is how slowly and steadily we move towards and we progress towards picking up one concept from scratch till the advanced level knowledge. The third module is relational databases. So over here you'll learn more about SQL and Tableau and Power BI tools. Next is the data visualization. So over here you'll learn more about Excel and then applied statistics for you to have really in-depth knowledge of the mathematics. Some topics of mathematics that would be crucial for you to learn machine learning. So over here you'll learn about calculus, you'll learn about statistics. And then finally, there is this introduction to machine learning. So over here, you'll be learning machine learning from scratch till the advanced concept that is sufficient for you to become a data scientist, at least for you to do all of the operations that a data scientist does. So after completing the first 6 modules, this is essentially matlab, a little fundamental in nature. All of these 6 modules. This will make you this will get you any entry level job that is there in the data science domain. So after completing the 6 modules, you will be eligible for placements. Like you would be job ready. Like you will become highly employable right after first 3 modules also, because there are a lot of openings that comes in the domain of either matlab, for becoming a SQL expert, or for becoming a business analyst or a data analyst. By learning Python and SQL and matlab, a few more concepts, you will become job ready. That is there. But after completing this entire course, you would be eligible for becoming a data scientist. And after matlab, being eligible for becoming a data scientist, you can definitely choose for yourself that do you want to take a job right away, or you want to specialize in some more advanced level concepts. If you choose the latter, then we have 3 specializations that we offer for you. Now you can pick any of the 3. Either you go for product analytics, or you go for distributed machine learning, or deep learning. So after completing one of these 3 specializations, you will have that upper hand in getting a better placement, because you will be going for a position of either a machine learning engineer, or a deep NLP engineer, or a deep learning engineer. So there are multiple job roles and vacancies that comes up after you go for a particular specialization, and so will the pay package and everything increase for you. So that is the reason that we have kept these 3 specializations as optional. Like you can choose any of the 3, but by the time that you complete machine learning, you'll have an idea that what do you want to do next, and basis that you can take a decision for yourself. So yeah, this is about this. If I show you, if you pick up any topic, so you see that you on this tab itself, on the Learn tab itself, you get the exposure to the video recording of this topic. You get the collab notebook where you can come and you can do the activity. You can do the coding that was suggested in the live class. Third is the quiz assessment. So you can take a quiz and you can assess your learning. In case if you have missed out on the live class, then you can do all of this later from your dashboard. And fourth is the again the assignment that you get in the live class for you to complete before coming to the next live class. So everything that you need to do for one particular topic is there on your dashboard itself under one content card. So this is about the Learn tab. This is for the live classes that will happen for the next 6 months. Next is the Classroom tab. So from here you can attend, you will get the link to attending the live classes. So for the next class, I see that next class for me is on 19th May, that is 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. for getting started with pandas and NumPy. And this class would be taken by Jatin Chaudhary. So I have an idea ki, what are my upcoming classes. I can filter it basis 30 days or ahead in time. I will have an idea ki mujhe class kab karna hai. And for the classes that have already happened in the past, you will get the access to the lecture recording, the live lecture recording over here on your dashboard itself. So this is also another feature that we have added to the dashboard so that you do not need to resort to some other platform. Although the live classes that we conduct over here happens on AirMeet platform, that is a third-party app, but the access to the live recordings and everything is given to you on this one-stop dashboard so that you do not, over here and there. Next is the practice tab. So on the practice tab, we have 1,000+ coding problems. Like there are coding problems, coding assessments, and then quiz assessments for you to engage yourself in engage yourself in the live class, like in the learnings that you have had from live classes, to finally check how good or how equipped you are in that particular module. So all of these are to solidify your learning that you have had from the live classes. Next is the projects tab. So in the projects tab, like I mentioned before, that project and the competency challenges are 2 crucial elements for you to completing the course. So we offer our students 20+ capstone projects, and the data, like I was mentioning, that are outsourced from the industry itself. So you will be working on quite cool topics, and you will really enjoy the experience of going through the projects. That would definitely create a hook. Like the topic over here for machine learning project is Netflix movies and TV shows clustering. So definitely that would be some exciting thing for you to go ahead with. Next up is the career tab over here. So on the career tab, as soon as you make progress in the live classes, you complete the quiz assessments, you complete the projects, and you go ahead with the course. At every milestone, we have put a checker for you to see ki whether how far you are from, how far or how close you are from Alma X. So as soon as you make progress in your learning journey, you will see that this bar will go ahead. So for me, this dashboard is quite empty. So you see this at 0%, but as soon as you enroll and you keep making progress, you will see that how close you are to reaching Alma X. And the second last part over here is the mentorship tab. So like I mentioned, if you are feeling like you need a mentorship or you need some extra guidance or advice, then you can go ahead and book a mentorship session from here, from your dashboard itself. So yeah, that is there also to help you out. And the last part over here is help desk. That is for your help and support and for resolving your technical doubts. So let's suppose you are learning about analytics framework, or you're learning about Excel, okay? And you get a doubt in Excel, like let's suppose you were unable to put some formula or that didn't work out quite well for you. So you can come to this forums channel and you can type Excel. So you'll be able to see that what sort of discussions are already going in the Excel topic. And accordingly, if your doubt is not state of art, new doubt, if you see that somebody else has already posted the doubt in the past, so you can right away check the solution. Or if it is a state of art new doubt, then you can post your query over here and you'll get the help from the community within a few minutes to a few hours. So definitely that is there. The community platform is quite active for you to help you out. And if you are having any miscellaneous doubts or issues in the in your course or through your dashboard, then you can submit a ticket or you can raise a ticket from you, and our student support team will get back to you. The TAT for that as well is from a few minutes to a few hours. So yeah, that is about that. And there are more offerings to this student dashboard. Like there are a lot of minute things that I want to talk about, but in the interest of time, I would not engage so much over there. So this is again a very beautiful thing for you to go ahead, for you to have an idea. That is the performance dashboard. So as soon as you make progress in modules that are given to you, you will see that what is your score average, what is your cohort's average, and how you'll have an idea that where do you stand with respect to your course completion or with respect to your cohort. So that would again give you a good push for going through the course. So yeah, this is all that I had to talk about from the student dashboard. I hope that this was insightful and you must have gotten to know that the journey would be quite exciting once you enroll in the program. Okay. Now about the last exciting part that I talked before. So since we have a batch commencing on this Tuesday, like I mentioned, so we have a special discount for all of you who has stayed with us for so long, who has made it till the end of the till the end of the program. So we are offering a 35% discount on our next batch commencement. And you can use the coupon code Dominoes35 to get a flat 35% discount upon enrollment. So yeah, this was the last exciting part. And if you have any more questions, feel free to drop it in the chat, and I would definitely devote 5 more minutes to take up all of your questions or queries. Sneha is asking, a commerce background student with no coding background can join and get a title of engineer with this course? Yes, Sneha, absolutely. So if you're completing the course, you'll get the certification of a data scientist. And if you specialize in the, like I showed you that there are 3 specializations that you can take after completing the first 6 modules. So if you take the specialization of advanced machine learning or data engineering, then definitely you will get the certificate of a data engineer. Or when you go ahead and join the company, you will get that title of a data engineer. So right now, engineering is not just specific to people enrolling in a 4-year BTech program and then becoming an engineer. If anyone can do that, you just need to have relevant skill sets. So Damodar and Albexter, so sorry, Albert and Damodar, both of you have the same question. How much is the fee for the course? So like I mentioned in the student journey of AlmaBetter, you first pay a nominal admissions fee for enrolling in the course, which right now is 29,999, but after applying this 35% discount, it will come down to 19,499. So you'll have to pay close to 20,000 rupees for enrolling in the course and getting started for your learning journey. And that would be all for the first 6 months. And once you choose to enter for the placement, right, which is optional, if you see that, okay, you want the help for the placements from AlmaBetter, then you will have to sign in the income share agreement with us, upon which this 20,000 rupee would be refunded, and you will pay us the tuition fee only when you get the placement of minimum assured guarantee that we have. And that will be 2,40,000 in 20 installments. So that is like 8 months down the line, once you land a pretty good package, which average stands at about 8 to 10 LPA. By learning this course, Shyam is asking, by learning this course, will I become data analytics and business analytics? So you'll not become data analytics and business analytics. Those are the two domains that you can go through for learning. You'll get a certificate of a data analyst or a business analyst, and you can get a job in that relevant domain. You can either be a business analyst or a data analyst. That is possible. Damodar, a new batch is going to start from this Tuesday, that is 16th of May. Narendra, could you please share the feedback form again on the chat, so that Damodar, if you have further queries, then definitely our admissions team can reach out to you within an hour, and you can get all of your doubts clarified with them. Okay. What is the entire course fee and after the early bird discount of 35%? So Sneha, this 35% discount you are getting on the admissions fee, which is 29,999. So the final payable will come down to 19,499, which is refundable in nature. This money will be 100% refunded to you when you join our placement drive. All right. So thank you so much, Arnav, for conducting this very insightful session with us. I'm really glad to have you with us. So yeah, thank you so much. Is it fruitful for a first year UG student? So Sneha, you can join the course because you will have about 3 years in your hand to complete the course and then get to the placement, right? So if you want, you can definitely join the course right away for the learning journey, because along with your UG, you will also have something else for you to engage yourself with. Lalit is asking, is there some institute that takes 2 years to complete the program? How can you complete it in only 6 months? So Lalit, like I mentioned earlier, that our program is just a job-oriented program. We do not teach anything to you that you won't be able to utilize directly after you come to the placement drive or you receive the placement. So since we have curtailed the program so much so that it is only job-oriented, we have designed our curriculum with consulting our hiring partners. So we teach you only those relevant skill sets that are important for you to when you finally join a company and you go out for placements. We do not teach you anything extra that is non-relevant in nature. How can we receive our certificate for this masterclass? So Ruchita, you'll get the certificate by Monday. At max by Monday, you'll be getting the certification for this masterclass. And I hope with that, I have answered all of the queries that you had. So if you have any other doubts, feel free to fill out the feedback form, and our team will get back to you at their earliest. All right. Okay, so with that, that is all, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in and participating in the masterclass. Hope to see you on the other side on Tuesday. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, everyone.